Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Wibbly Wobbly Workshop. I think we got everything sorted this time. I think we're all good to go. I need to get my stats up because I'm a nerd. Docs. That's what I need. I think we're all sorted now. I believe so. Excellent. Excellent. I don't want that up there. I want that up there. Happy days. Right. We are continuing, like I said earlier, with the side table build. The epoxy river table side table build. That's what we are doing. We're going to probably cabinet scrape up the top. Probably need a bit of sanding as well. That's better. I've got the river table build. That is what we are doing in this live. I've got that up there as well. I got subscriber alerts and all that jazz set up now and everything. Still can't do landscape. I think I need to get a lens or something like that for my camera because it's not managing to capture enough this way. Capturing loads that I can pretty much get the whole workshop in this way, but not a lot this way. So maybe a new lens. I'm gonna speak to my stepfather. He's a guru when it comes to cameras and angles and stuff like that. So I'm gonna chat to him. You should know, and then probably have that sorted fairly soon, or get the second cam set up, which would be fairly easy, I don't think. So either or, but it's getting, things are improving in the stream. I did tell you all. We've even got the what's happening in that way. Even what's happening in today's live as well, which is lovely. It's brilliant. Right, anyway. Sand these up. We're going to sand the leg frames up, and we're going to sand the top up technically as well. But I think we're going to cabinet scrape most of it, which should leave a nicer and cleaner finish and be a lot quicker, in theory. So I think we're going to do that first. Well, we probably want to sand the legs up first, to be honest. Because if we sand those up first, then we can not worry when we're putting finish on this and this, because dust can settle. So we'll sand that up first. I think that's what we're going to do. Shouldn't take too long. We've got it all sanded up to 120. So we're going to go up one more grit to 180, and that should be absolutely golden. One more grit to 180. I believe I've got some fresh sandpaper as well in 180. That's 120. Nope. 180. $180, where are you? 60, 80. Come on. 180, where are you? I know I've got 180 here somewhere. Hello, JD, baby. Hello. Welcome, everyone. We've got a stream bot now as well. Little technology, amazing stuff. I could have sworn I had 180. I could have sworn I know I've got 180 here somewhere. 80. 40. 180. Don't know what that is. I need to sort these out. I need to organise them. And then there's none in there. So there we go. We've got 180, which should be plenty to be fair. Should be enough. Should be perfect. Alright, let's get sander back out. The fun times with the sanding. My favourite. The 180 grit. And it shouldn't even need that much either. Still haven't decided how I'm going to join the legs to this either, which is probably something I should think about. Alright, we're going to add some gloves on. so you don't get oils all over the wood. Lovely. Hello, Timber Victory. Hello, how are we doing? Welcome in. Welcome to the new live space. This is where we live with the lives now. This is me. Because TikTok doesn't like us. It doesn't like us. Right, let's get sanding. This face mask is way too small. Hello, Martin, matey. Hello. Has it stopped raining? No. It's been raining a little bit. It's on and off. Don't you worry, brother. Don't you worry. Not a problem, mate. You didn't. Well, I see you didn't miss a huge amount. We got everything glued up and sanded. Really, we got more sanding to do today. Don't you worry about that. Always sanding to do. Right, let's get sanded. Like I said, we need to get these sanded up, which is going to be fairly easy. and that's ready for oil, that one. Wasn't much sanding to do because we did a lot of it yesterday. But yeah, streaming on YouTube isn't bad. I think it's just going to be a slow start, and hopefully it should ramp up a little bit then. You never know. Fingers crossed anyway. But I can do loads more things with YouTube, which is nice. Which is very nice. I can do setups. You can even see like what we're doing today on the right. It would be the right. It's different for me. Everything's back to front. Right. But that's that sanded up. We can sand up this one next. Again, should only take a little bit. We sanded most of it yesterday before we put it together, so that did help. That does help, because it's a little bit harder to get into some nooks and crannies in this, but we've left the appropriate bits to sand. Right, let's get some more sanding done. Should be like most of the sanding done. A little bit of sanding will need to be done to the top. We're actually going to scrape up the top mostly. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. We've been able to mention brands. I can even look at this. I can drink my Dr. Pepper. and not have to worry about it. It's brilliant. It's absolutely amazing. Amazing. Couldn't do that on TikTok, eh? Could not do that on there. Brilliant. Right, that's them two standing up. They're ready for oil now. Either oil or lacquer. I'm not sure. I'm tempted to do spray lacquer, but I don't know. I feel like oil. Boiled linseed oil for those. Possibly a spray lacquer for the top. I haven't again quite decided on that one. But we do need to dust that off. And then we can sand up the top. Well, I say sand up, scrape up the top. So, because I'm going to go from this way, and this will not fit in my bench vise, unfortunately, it's too wide. I'm going to sort of pin nail a block to there, and we're going to scrape up with it. It should be perfect. Thin bit of timber of any sort. That should do. There we go, lovely. Where's me brad nailer? And simply get the poopy. Lovely jubbly. We've got to stop. Might have overdone it with the nail in there, but it's fine. But it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully after this live today set up a Twitch account and then do some multi-streaming over a bunch of them. So it won't just be available on you; it'll be available on a bunch of different apps. Possibly not TikTok because I still can't go live on TikTok without getting a restriction. We love TikTok. No, we don't. We hate it. We dislike TikTok when it comes to lives. That's what we do. We dislike it. But 100% we're gonna be getting on a few others. Cabinet scraper. Cabinet scraper, where are you? Where did I put you? Where have you gone? Aha. And we're simply just gonna cabinet scrape this up. I think is the correct terminology. We'll scrape this up. Probably take off the gloves at this point, but and I'm realising I should probably zoom you all in as well. Oh, that was very, very quick of me. There we go, lovely jubbly. And we can we're getting some lovely, lovely curls like this, I will say first. Seems and then we can do like a light sand on this with some high grit. That is lovely. I love that. Lovely. Need to feel, I know I've got a more aggressive burr on here somewhere. Just keep trying the edges. It's that one. Ooh, lovely. And like I said, it's not going to need much of a sand after this. In theory, could be wrong. round. Oh, look at that. It's pretty much ready to sand, that is. Sand with some very, very light grit. I think we'll be golden. Hello, Will. Hello. How we doing? How we doing, matey? Looking lovely. Definitely going to need a little sand, but that side's nice and rough now, so we'll get this side done the exact same way. I'm actually going to take these gloves off so I can get a nice fresh edge on that scraper and feel which edge is nice and fresh. We'll put a nice fresh edge on. Let's get you all angled over. And I'm simply just going to use any bit of high-speed steel I have, which is probably going to be one of my turning tools. And when I say probably, is going to be one of my turning tools. And we're going to set this at literally, that is flat. Establish. I believe that angle is about 5 degrees. Whoops-a-daisies. Lovely, we'll do it on the other side as well. Lovely, and then we'll put it in the vise. And from each side, about the same angle, about 5 or so strokes, and we're basically rolling that burr over now is what we're doing. Is my camera just zoomed out randomly? That's a bit weird. And you'll start feeling a nice burr. Same on the other side. That should be golden. Lovely jubbly. And if we have done that correctly, oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Getting some really nice shaving. Look at that. Just floats. It just floats. I love it. I love a cabinet scraper. And super simple to sharpen as well. It's really not that difficult at all. Not difficult, as you just saw. It took me all of a couple of seconds to just hone up. Lovely. We're just going to go till it's flat. It shouldn't take too long. Oh, hurts the thumbs though. Getting close. Thumbs are hurting. Lovely. I think we can flip it round a bit. Work from the other side. Oops, daisy. Get in there. And we can pretty much get near finish ready with the cabinet scraper. Pretty much. I think we're going to go for sanding on these now, I think. And we're going to go with a bit of 400. 240. 400. Bit of 400 should do it. Should do the job nicely, and we're on a nice low speed with this, very, very low, and we want to be careful. We don't want to burn the top. We also, actually, we might want to cut it down first, square it up. I think we're going to square it all up first. I think that's a smarter idea, in case we put any scratches on there. So, let's get one square, well, yeah, almost certainly going to get some scratches on there if we don't. Almost certainly going to. Oh, blimey. Oh, lush, I gotta remove all those nails now. Shouldn't be too bad, actually. Lovely. One more. Happy days at zoom out. And go over to the bandsaw. Well, actually no, we're gonna square up one edge first. That's what we're gonna do. So over to the bench vise. And I'm just gonna clean this side up with the hand plane. Very carefully. Very, very carefully. Incredibly carefully. Well, that's not too bad. What's that looking like? Where's my little square? Oh, very, very sunny day outside, always in the lovely Wales. Never a moody, wet day, of course. Bob on. Never a moody, wet day. Always sunny and bright and shining. always. Probably plane a little round over into it. We'll probably just say, I don't know. Doesn't matter at this moment. Let's cut it up nice and square, and then we can decide if we want to plane it, not plane it, put some roundovers and stuff like that on it. Don't need to decide that quite this second. Move everything off the bandsaw. And spin you all around to the bandsaw with Mr. Wibbly there keeping an eye on us. That is very dusty. And we're just going to rip this down to a consistent width. Hopefully we've got enough. Yeah, we should have plenty. Plenty of space. Plenty of space. We just want to get a square, clean edge on it. So we're not looking to take off much. But we want to get everything nice and square. So it looks like we're going to have to take off that amount. There we go. Happy days. Can run this through now. Get the bandsaw plugged in. And let's go for it. Like I said, we just want a square, clean edge on this. Good. Looking good. Looking good. And we will just want to either sand or plane that edge to get it nice and smooth, of course. But right, we can cut it down square on both sides now. We should have enough, yes. Grab me mitre sled, or me mitre gauge. Wherever it may be. Where's my mitre? Can't find it. Where is my mitre gauge? There it is. For 90 already, but it's not going to be incredibly accurate anyway. It's going to be accurate enough, and then we can plane it into square. There we go. Let's cut this down square. Let's do it. Let's do it. Gonna need a little bit of cleanup, but it should be nice and square. Not really. Right, we're gonna have to plane it down nice and square, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Pop it in here and cut this side down square now as well. Right, and let's plane it down square. Could have gone a bit smoother that, but that's fine. That is fine. plane it. Gonna have to take off the corner. So it doesn't chip out. It should be good. Much finer shaving we need. Not doing too bad actually, it's not too bad. Right, let's check that with a square. So more needs to come off from the center out. Should be fairly good. Whoops, the daisy's almost fell. That should be good. I mean, we look pretty good. Maybe slightly more. That should be spot on now. Bob on. Do the same with the other side. So towards me is the very unsquare. Take off the corner so we don't break it out. Should be fairly close now. Let's check that. Oh, blimey. Slight high spot in the center. That should be perfect. Bob on, lovely jubbly. Lovely, we can we can decide the round over now. which I think we might just do a shallow round over on both sides of the router table. I think that might be the plan. Because we ain't got much thickness to work with here. We ain't got much, but just a quick round over might not hit. Yeah, we will. Quick round over on the router table, all over. Freshen up those edges. Nothing major, just a small one. Just a small one. You clear off the router table. Just a small one. Just a small one. There we go. Clear that. And go over to the router table. So we've got a way smaller bit in there than that one. That's a big one. I believe that's a 1/2 inch. I believe, and that's way too large for what we're needing. Find the wrench. There we go. And we can decide on what bit. A really small one, probably 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch, yeah, we'll go with it. 1/4 inch round over. That's what we want. Quarter inch. Lovely. Bring that down. Even get, where's the insert? That back in probably. Yes, lovely job, like. Alright, we need to do a test piece. Test piece that's roughly the same thickness. It's a bit thinner. That should, in theory, that should give us an idea. Let's give that a whirl. See what that looks like. Ooh. Seems, yeah, way easier, mate. Way easier. I think it's just loosened up over time after using it. So it kind of just pops out now, which is really nice. Very, very nice. I was worried that was going to be an issue with this, that the bits were going to be a bit of a sticky one to change, but it doesn't seem we've had major issues with it, to be honest. Well, we were, but not anymore. There we go. Let's give that a go. See if that round over looks appropriate. Yep, I'm happy with that. That's the round over we're going with. And this is a bit thinner, so it should make everything nice. Less is more for now, is more about it. I'm a big fan of the way that looks. A little bit of sanding he's doing. But I like that. I like that. It is a thin top in general, but that's... It's not a big deal to me. It's my table, so I'm happy. Not a big deal. So we'll be golden with that. No, it's not too shabby. I'm quite happy with it. Just a subtle round over is all we wanted. Just a subtle one. Now we got sanding to do. The fun never stops. The fun never stops. We love sanding. I love sanding. Plenty of sanding. And again, I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to attach this top. I haven't figured that out as of yet. Yeah, I haven't. Whether I probably need to go pick up some threaded inserts, to be honest with you. Although it is a thin top, I probably need some threaded inserts. But there are many of other ways to do it as well. But I don't think they'll look right with this table, unfortunately. So I may have to go pick up threaded inserts. Hopefully not. Lovely, 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 lovely. Right, some high grit on you. We need something like 400. That should be absolutely spot on. And we need to work nice and slow as well. So really slow speed on the sander. Make sure it's plugged in. And just sand it. Fingers crossed. That mask is broken. Mask. Sanding pad would help. 400. I'm gonna bring it down one grit to 280, I think. 400's a bit high. Bring it down to 280. Again, still on that same slow speed. We're not changing that. Down one grit to speed that up a little bit. Where are those packs of sandpaper? I just had them. I had them mere minutes ago. Seconds ago. Where have I put them? No. 2 fresh packs. 2 fresh packs I have. Oh, I have. I don't have them. I have them. Well, they can't have just gone missing. Got to be here somewhere. They've got to be here. Where are they? Ish. It does show. It's not as vibrant and as poppy as I wanted it to be. But it does show. It does show. You'll be able to see it a lot better once we get some varnish on there. But it does definitely show, which is a relief. No. Aha! 240. There we go. That's what we wanted. We got there. We got there. Now we got to get it open. Lovely jubbly. And that'll speed things up considerably. Because we do want slow speed so we don't melt this epoxy, is the gist. Or we don't smear it, it'll just be bad. It'll just be bad, and we don't want bad. We do not want bad. There we go, let's sand. Loads of sanding. Oh, I love sanding. Almost there on this side there. Hi Fox, thank you for the follow. I think I missed that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Or the subscribe. Oh, we adore Sandy. We adore it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, we're going to take a quick look at it though, because I'm curious to see what 240 looks like with epoxy. Curious. So we're gonna clean it up with some methylated spirit. Let's see what this looks like. Paper towel. Let's give it a look. Ooh, it looks pretty. Oh, that looks awesome. That looks sick. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. May want to even darken the sides, I'm not going to lie. The sides are looking slightly pale to me, in contrast to the top. I don't know. What do we all reckon? Or do we just keep a natural look timber, do you know what I mean? Natural as can be. As natural as epoxy is, of course. The choice is all yours. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I think it would look nice if it was a bit darker. But I'm not necessarily mad at it with the colour it is, do you know what I mean? Not at all. Not at all. We've obviously got to sand the other side as well, which is going to take some sanding, but and we'll probably go at one more grit as well. But I'm liking it. I'm liking it. The contrast between the black and the gold really doesn't come up that well on camera though, but it does. It's subtle. It's subtle, I'll say that, but it does look nice. I like it. I like it. Definitely some raised grain as well, I can feel. Natural. I think you might be right. I don't think it's worth changing it, but I think it would look nice either way, to be honest. I do. I don't think it would be bad either way. But natural, I think. Natural's the one. Bit of a contrast as well. It would kind of blend in more with some dark, wouldn't it, as well? Which is, like I said, would be nice. But I do think the contrast is nice too. Natural it is. Natural it is. Alright, let's do some more sanding. Possibly with a fresh pad. See this works. That's better, isn't it? Hey, look at that. Like brand new, eh? Oof. Almost near new. Near new. How dark are the legs? They're about the same as this. So they do match, and they'll have some oil. This will be quite natural. So maybe, because I think we're gonna varnish the top is what we're gonna do. Give it a bit more of a stronger coating, and we're probably gonna oil the legs. So I think it should be a nice contrast. The legs are going to be slightly, ever so slightly darker, more sort of vibrant. And then this is still just going to pop with its natural colour, I think. I think it should be good. I think it should be. Right, we just need to sand the whole thing now. So we'll flip it over. That doesn't look like it's going to take anywhere near as long to sand. We need to do the edges too as well. So it should be good. Should be good. Let's get sanding. Bob that up to 2. Loads of sanding. Sanding is something we all do. No sanding, no sanding. This is fine. Sanding. Sanding. However, sanding. Ah! Right, that paper is frustrating me. Oh, nice to see you back. Welcome back, lady. Welcome back. We're still sanding, of course. Still sanding. There's the sanding. I've seen some of his miniature series, bro. Mental stuff. How on earth he manages to do that? Well, obviously we see how he does it, but still mental stuff on the lathe. Like, if someone told me before I seen that video you could do that on the lathe, I would have been like, that'll be pretty good. But fair play to him. Absolutely smashing it. Smashing it. We love Stevie T, yeah? Stevie T's a brilliant one. Stevie T. I think we're about ready. Start moving in. I would say we are. There we go, let's get these edges sanded up. close now. Right. Yeah, honestly, like, he turns them incredibly thin as well, like, ridiculously thin. Hello, James, matey. Hi, boy. Hi. How we doing? Right, we're going to clean this down with methylated once more, and that's going to raise the grain. Then we'll do a light hand sand with probably about 400, and then we can get some proper finish on this bad boy. Exciting stuff. Fresh bit of paper towel. Methylated spirits. And give the whole thing a good scrub. That's looking awesome. I want to get all the dust off this. Also going to raise the grain lovely. And I think I want that side to be my top as well. Lovely jubbly, looking sick. We love it. Well, I love it anyway. I love it. Looking awesome. Right. Feel that grain. Yeah, it's nice and raised, so we can basically just sand this down very lightly once it's completely evaporated off. With some 400 grit, that's all we need. And then, for the top, we're probably going to use, I'm thinking, some spray lacquer, to be honest. Sets in 20 minutes as well, so nice and quick. And it should give it a nice coating, a nice protective coating, because it is a little side table for a bedroom after all. So I do think it needs some form of lacquer probably, which is I think what we're gonna do. Either that, or we can go a what's it called? We can go for a words. Where is it? That'll help me. Where on earth is it? Hello? Where are you? Well, I can't find it, so I guess we'll go with a spray lacquer. That's the decision. That's made the decision. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be spray lacquer. Looking pretty good. We're nice and raised on the grain though, which is exactly what we wanted. So let's set a little bit of a light hand sand on this with some 400 now to sort out that raised grain. Lovely. Get the sides all done. Whoops, a daisy, wrong side. That's going to be gorgeous. Should take the lacquer really, really nicely as well. Which again, conveniently, takes 20 minutes to dry. There we go. And we'll get the methylated spirits out one more time to raise the grain once more. Cup of coffee. Yeah, spot on, spot on. We need a nice protective coating on this. Because like I said, like you just said, it's going to have things like coffee, all sorts on it. So it needs to be a nice protective layer. It can't just be like a wax of sorts. Although we will buff this out with some wax. Feels pretty good to me. Right, let's clean it off with some methylated spirit one more time, and we'll be golden. Oh, I forgot about a brand. I forgot about that. I completely forgot. Yes, we will. We'll brand this. And it was this side I wanted for my top, so we're going to brand this side. Almost forgot about that. Almost forgot. That could have been bad. Well, not bad, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to brand it right probably about here. Bosh. That's going to be great. That's going to be great. Right, grab a bit of a scrap to do a test as well, as per usual. Test it out on a bit of scrap sapele, or wherever you are. Lovely. Let's give it a whirl. Blowtorch. Fire. Probably use more butane than that. Recharge it. What is that? Not a clue. Lovely jubbly. Give that 30 seconds to evaporate off. Yes, I did. Fresh gas bottle over there. Fresh as can be. Fresh as can be. There we go. Still not the quickest. Just need to get like a map gas torch or something like that. Something a bit more chunky. Does the job. It just takes a few minutes. A few minutes of twirling. Get your small making practicing. Spinning. Just keep spinning. Keep on spinning. Starting to change colour. Nice. Lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Almost there, almost there. Right, we'll give it our first test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds seems perfect. We'll do a retest at 8 seconds. And then we'll go for it on the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 looks good. Right, fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best. Fingers crossed. It always goes well on the scrap, never on the project, so we will see. Right, 3, 2, 1, and let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes! Yes, we nailed it. Nailed it. That is probably one of our better ones. It ain't perfect. Well, actually, close. It's pretty darn near perfect, I'll say that. I'll tell you that. Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. Wibbly wobbly woodwork. It's looking good. It's looking good. Light hand sand on that now with the same 400. Pat on the back. Pat on the back. Well done, Wibbly. You've smashed it again. Right. I think that's ready for some spray lacquer. I think we need to do one more clean with methylated to get the dust off and make sure we're not raising any grain. It's not looking too shabby, is it, mate? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Right, clean it off once more. And I'm glad we chose the correct side, because that was the side I wanted on the bottom. That's looking sick. That is insane. The top is a little bit thinner than I would have wanted it in general, but like, beggars can't be choosers, can they? I wasn't going to recast it and just waste this top, so I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. And now we're going to absolutely fuck it all up with some with some lacquer and get an awful finish. There will be an expert in Antiques Roadshow giving a report that. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Hopefully it lasts that long. I hope so. I hope so. You never know. You never know. You never know. Never know. That'd be insane, though, wouldn't it? It looks like we got all the raised grain sorted. Almost. There's a slight bit more, so we'll go back with the 400 very quick light hand sand again with one of those. Clean it off, spray lacquer, and we'll oil the legs as well. Because the legs need oiling. They should come out gorgeous. They look nice. They look nice, at least. Whether they're right for this kind of tabletop, I don't know. I don't know, but we will see. Very light hand sanding gets done these, though. One last light hand sand. And we should be golden. Right. 400 grit still. I always need to remember to do the tops last, do the sides first. One. Yeah, very light hand sand this needs. It's pretty much spot on. Lovely. Lovely. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And then the tops. Mwah! Mwah! That should be spot on. More methylated spirit. And we shouldn't get any more raised grain. Should be completely gone. You still can't really see that pattern very well, but it is there, I do promise. It does look pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. I'm going to set up some sort of blocks that we can have this sitting on. Get in my scrap bin. Just need 4 bits of scrap. That'll do. That'll do nicely. And that'll be for that end. Grab the pew pew. Well, that worked absolutely splendidly, didn't it? We'll try that again. There we go. Try that again. Try that again. There we go. And I think we're out of nails. Yes, we are. Fresh set of nails. Wherever you are. In here? Yes. There we go, fresh strip. Try that again. Lovely jubbly. There we go, that should work to raise it off the bench so we can spray both sides at the same time. And we're feeling good on here as well. Feeling good, looking good, ready to spray. And that works. Lovely. Right, let us spray. Let us spray. We need to get a mask. This is the part I'm shit at. I'm terrible with spray lacquer, but I do think it's the better option. I hope. Or we could just make it look ugly. But either way, we're going to give it a whirl. Put the cap back on the methylated spirit. Face mask on. Move the legs out of the way. We don't want to get any lacquer on those. And let us spray. Let us spray. Let us spray. Spray time. Let's see how this goes. It should be alright. Nice far distance, nice even coat. We will be golden. Fingers crossed. Right, let's go for it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is that you, Wibbly? Oh! Is that you? Whew. 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 My neighbours are going to be like, what is this guy doing? He's having a lot of fun in his shed, isn't he? And I am. Oh my. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't try too hard. And flip. Careful. Careful. And same on the other side. Oh my, I'm too good. Too good. Oh yeah, actually, it's a smart idea. Let's spray up the rest of it first. Oh yeah. Hello, Mr. Wibbly Wobbly. Hello, sir. Get that paper towel. Okay, don't ruin it, man. Okay. Voila. Here we have first coat. And now oxygen. Oxygen. My mum thought I was like panicking, like I'd hurt myself. She was just looking through. There we go, that's actually looking really good. We do need to move it so we can put oil on things though. I wonder, can you see, you can see the pattern now, can't you, kind of? Can you see the pattern? It's more visible, isn't it, surely? I think it's more visible. It's definitely more visible. Let me... I mean, I can definitely see it better now. I can 100% see it better. Hello, Angel Smith. Hello, matey. How we doing? I think it... Oh, yeah. Is that you, Wibbly? Wow. Okay, I like it. I know I said that about 100 times, but that's good. They need to wait a little bit before we move it, and then we'll put some oil on the legs. I like it. And we'll probably grab some 600 or maybe higher. Oh, I've got a feeling, Stephen. I've got a feeling it's going to be it'll happen. I know. I wonder how. I wonder why. I wonder when. I don't know. The things will be a little bit slow. They are looking slow for the time being. But it's just about building this one back up again, hopefully. We shall see. I'm getting better with the stream setup. Should in theory have any new subscribers that subscribe, that should pop up on screen above the river table build sign. So I'm getting better. Still got a bit of playing around to do, and I can add some more other streaming apps like Twitch and probably Instagram and stuff like that to the OBS studio that I'm using, so we can do multi-streaming, which would be fun. But yeah, that's the plan. That's like an awesome. I want to move it so I can get some oil on the legs. I think we're going to try it. There has to be some smart way of doing this. Either that or I'm going to drop it. Let's zoom you all out so you can see it in case I do drop it. That'll be funny, won't it? There we go. If I do drop it, at least you will see it. I'll figure out where I'm going to put it first, though, Wibbly. That's that's a good idea. Have a plan. Don't just do. Don't just do. Have a plan. Have a plan. It's going to go on top of the router table. On top of the router table. You need to move the Dr. Pepper. Oh, yeah, look at that. I can say the name now. And let's try and... Oh, no. Oh, shit. I didn't account for that. I didn't account for bits of paper towel. I did not account for bits of paper towel. I think we've done it. Great success. Don't scratch it, man. It's already like close to being dry, to be fair. And we're gonna scuff up. Well, I say scuff up. Give it a light sand, probably with some like 600 grit. Once it's set up a bit, which takes about 20 minutes or so. And we're gonna get some oil on the other bits and bobs now. More paper towel. Close that door now as well. Yeah, more paper towel. Hammer. Bless me, and sneeze. Right. Now these can get some liberal coatings of oil. These need to be substantially oiled. Substantially oil. And we are going to use boiled linseed oil, my favourite. The tried and true. And I don't even have to cover this with tape. Mental. Mental. Right, that's what we're going to use. I'm going to put some gloves on for once. Because we are still varnishing that other piece. Like I said, I still need to figure out how I'm going to attach these legs to the top. Probably can't just screw them because you need to account for wood movement when it comes to tabletops. We could make some, they're almost like half laps, small little half lap joints, and then we cut some grooves in here. I don't think those will look good with this kind of table, so I think threaded inserts, if I can get some thin enough ones, is going to be the ticket. I think. I'm in my wife's YouTube account. I'm Adrian. Oh, hello, Adrian. Hello, matey. Welcome in, brother. Welcome, Adrian. Hello. I know that name. Still getting used to people's names on you. Right, let's oil these bad boys up, shall we? Oil. I want a little container as well. A little container. Maybe a brush. No, don't really need a brush. Do I need a brush? Maybe. Probably. Not really. Should probably. To get into some of those tighter corners. Or a bit of foam even. Whoops a daisies, bit of foam I prefer. I prefer the idea of a bit of foam. Yes, bit of foam seems more appropriate to me to get into those tight corners. So that's what we'll do. But most of it's going to be done by hand. We're going to be oiling up our wood, the wooden shaft legs. Right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. And these are going to drink up oil. I know they are. Like, notable. That is gorgeous. Already gorgeous. I knew that would be nice. I knew that would be nice. Look at that already. Wow. Wow. Paul, hello, matey. How we doing, brother? How we doing? You've come in at a good time, mate. You've come in at a very good time. It is oiling season in the workshop. Oiling time. I like the oiling part. That is... Look at that pop. Wow. If chatoyant was... Well, I don't know where I'm going. Chatoyant, that's what I'm going for. That is chatoyant. Chatoyant. Shut there. Not enough oil. Never enough oil. Work that in. I've done this before, you can tell. Right, more oil. Calm down, Wibbly. Calm down. That, oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Gorgeous. More oil. More oil, more oil, more oil. And we'll end up wiping off all the excess in about 10 minutes or so. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wasn't expecting that pop. I was not expecting that pop. Woo! 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 More oil. Too much oil. Oh my gosh, way too much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Might be one of my favourite things. Oiling sapele. It just doesn't disappoint. It just does not disappoint. Make sure we get it into all the nooks and crannies. I mean, look at that. Oh, I appreciate you, Mighty. I appreciate you. Honestly, popping's like an understatement. It's just like, it's like hitting me in the face. It's popping so much. Whew. Insane. Insane. Absolutely mental. Right, that needs to dry off for about 10 minutes and then we'll wipe off the excess. That's mad. And we'll set it up sort of on this end because we know that that's connecting to the top. So if it gets a bit scuffed up with the finish, doesn't matter. Can oil up the other one now. Honestly, just cannot compare to Mr. Wibbly Wobbly, can they? They can't. They can't. I'm a pro when it comes to wood oiling. Okay, they don't call me a woodworker for no reason, eh? Right, let's oil up the other one. There we go. More oil. If you're incredibly skilled as well, you can even go for the two at once. I'm not as experienced with this technique, I will say, but it does the job. Alright, I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down. Right. Keep on oiling, keep on oiling. Ooh, don't knock over our oil. Plenty of oil. Is insane. Don't think this one is popping quite as much. I mean, it's still popping, don't get me wrong. Not quite as much as the other one, though. The other one's insanely poppy. Poppy, poppy, poppy. More oil. Can never have too much oil. Just want to make sure it's all saturated in every nook and cranny. More oil. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. I love it. I'm actually obsessed. That is nuts. I was slightly worried that this was going to look, excuse my language, shit. But you know what? It doesn't. That's what I'm getting at. There we go. We need to set this one off to dry a bit now. That can balance on that cap. It's the most precarious drying positions known to man. But very, very happy. Ugh. I don't know why I'm saying ugh. I love boiled linseed oil. It's one of my favourite workshop smells. Boiled linseed oil. Oh, lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Right, what time is it now? It is... So, 5 o'clock. We will wipe those down with a paper towel. Careful. Pro. Level. There we go. Happy days. Right. How's this looking? Is this nice and dry now? Probably good another 5-10 minutes on. I can set the heater on in the workshop for a bit. And I suppose we can just have a bit of a chat. This is something I brought into the workshop earlier. This is something my sister picked up from me. Where did she go now? She went to... Oh my gosh. Vietnam. She went to Vietnam, and there's basically different districts in Vietnam. Like there's a woodworking district, there's like metalwork, there's like seamster and stuff like that, people that do sewing. And she picked this up from the woodworking district. There's only like one workshop there that's still up and going with the techniques, but it's a little dragon, and it's a puzzle. I haven't had the bollocks to take it apart yet because, well, I mean, look at all the pieces. But I think you're supposed to take it apart and try and put it back together is the gist. Maybe we can give that a whirl. I don't know. Although I would hate to not be able to ever put that book together. That would be very, very sad. I'd probably cry. I probably would. Right, we're very close to being able to sand up everything there, so we shouldn't be too long. And then I think we're not going to be able to put the top on tonight because I think I need to get some threaded inserts. So I'll probably pick those up. Somewhere might be open with threaded inserts. I'll probably pick those up either today or tomorrow morning. Get the top attached on a video, so you'll all be able to see that. Then that'll literally be this thing done. Is the gist. We got drips. We got boiled linseed oil drips. That'll be this thing pretty much done. So there's not a huge amount left to do on it, to be fair. Come on, that's gonna be dry by now. Very, very close. We don't want to work on it while it's still tacky. We don't want to touch it. We do not want to touch it. We can move it over there. Nailed it. Mr. Dragon out the way. Might be able to get away with just going for another spray. I think we can. Bring it over slightly, and I think we're just going to spray it up again. I think we might. Don't think it's going to need a little sand down. We're looking pretty good, I will say. Looking pretty good, and then we can wipe down the leg frames. Yeah, then we can wipe down those, and then those need to dry for a bit. Then they'll have another coat tomorrow, and that can pretty much all go together. Right, let's put another coat of lacquer on. Being careful not to spray those up. That's looking dope. That's looking really cool. I like it. Nice little flip. More spray. Should have opened the door for that. Don't worry, I've been holding my breath. Door's open, mask on. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Whether we'll need to sand it down a little bit more and reapply one more coat, I'm not 100% sure. But for now, that looks really good. Looks really good. Right, let's wipe down the legs. Just need to be careful. Just need to be careful because I can't move that yet. Paper towel, paper towel, paper towel. And let's wipe down each leg. Get off all that excess. Because any bits that are left over are going to go all tacky and disgusting and all sort of goopy and globby and all those words that sound gloopy and globby is what's going to happen to it. So they need to be thoroughly cleaned off. Almost there. There we go. Lovely. Right, that one's ready to dry up for another coat tomorrow. Same with the other one. Fresh bit of paper towel too. And give it a wipe down. Lovely. Get off all that excess. There we go. That is looking ready to dry. Lovely jubbly. Right. That is it for this live. Finished off oiling and finishing everything up. Probably a little hand sand needing to do with that tomorrow once it's fully cured, and then we can get one more light coat of lacquer on it and then probably buff it out as well. And then I'll go quickly look on Screwfix, Toolstation, one of those, for some threaded inserts, which I'll need to measure this up so I don't get too big a threaded inserts. Get some calipers. We're looking at no more than 15 mil. 15 mil is our top thickness, so we don't want them to be bigger than that. Hopefully I can get inserts that size. Should be able to. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. If not, we'll figure out some other way to attach the top to the leg base. But that is basically it for this live. Thank you all for tuning in. Tomorrow, like I said, well, actually no, I'll probably get the rest of this finished off in a video because it's just assembly, to be honest. Then it'll be a different project tomorrow. Not 100% sure what yet, but there will be a different project. So you'll have to drop us a follow and stick around to see that. So thank you all for tuning in. It's been absolutely lovely. And I shall catch you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your night. Goodbye. No, I need to figure out how to end it first. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.